Hi everyone, thank you very much for stopping by and for returning to the old world. Now, those of you who have been watching my videos will doubtlessly have picked up that I'm a big believer in having a diverse range of projects on the go. And this is for a number of reasons. For me, mostly it's around getting around that sort of hobby block where you're starting to struggle to paint things. But I think having that diversity to keep the creative mojo going, keeping us inspired, is also really good for partly keeping us honest and keeping us going, but also giving us that really important relief from the trials and tribulations of everyday life. Now, I'm not a scientist, I've got nothing concrete to back that up, but I have seen a few letters, things like White Dwarf, which have suggested that having that creative hobby around, well, Warhammer can be quite helpful. Why raise this? Well, with the end in sight of my dwarves, everything I need now to bring the army up to, well, as close to done as it will be for now, is pretty much assembled and undercoated. I've got one model I need to sort out, but then it'll all be ready for painting, which is good. However, I've been working on the dwarves for over a year now, and with the end in sight, I'm starting to feel a little bit of the drain on my energy and desire to get stuff painted. So today we're talking about trying something new. Again, those of you who have watched some of my videos before will know that I've been doing some work on some Necromunda figures, which I started as a bit of a painting project exactly for this reason, which is to break up the pile of dwarves that I've been messing about with. And I decided a few weeks ago, given that I've got quite a few of them painted, wouldn't it be nice just to see how these things do as a tabletop game? Now, I played Necromunda back in the day, back in the mid-90s as a child. Not seriously, obviously, because you don't, I think, when you're a kid, but thought I'd give it a go and discovered there is a small community locally that play the game. So I dropped by and had a tester game, actually really enjoyed it. Turns out they're about to start a new campaign, so decided to get involved. Now, I realise that the Warhammer 40k adjacent stuff isn't perhaps the flavour of most that appeals to most people, particularly amongst my regular viewers. So this won't be a frequent series in the way that the 40k videos were. However, I will occasionally touch base to let you know how I'm getting on. So with that being said, what is this something different? Well, let's introduce the team. As my painting project, I decided to do an all-out gang. I quite like the aesthetic, the sort of the motorbike club, motorcycle club, motor gang, that kind of bikey sort of thing. Thought it'd be quite interesting to do some work on those. So I'm going to now take these up to the tabletop. I have borrowed some ideas for game creation to get my initial force together, and then having had a couple of intro games, I've branched into trying some slightly different things. You should now see before you the Crimson Ash Motorcycle Club. I decided to keep the colour scheme fairly consistent and traditionally all locky, greens, whites, blues, whites, stuff like that, with the red for Crimson Ash being their colour for their rags, etc. Some of the models you'll note do have green rags around their waist, and that is to distinguish the prospects from the fully fledged members. So the members of the group that haven't earned the red rag as of yet. The gang itself, the figures I'll be taking for the campaign are roughly split 50-50 between more close assault and support from range. So there's a couple of auto guns, a couple of heavy weapons, along with more close-up weapons like a shotgun bolt pistol, the servo-armed leader, and a Juve armed with stub gun and a mace. I've got a few other models already painted as well, so you should see a range of the figures in front of you that have been completed. I've also transitioned some of my Orc legacy / legend vehicles into things that could potentially be used further down the line should I wish to take Necromunda further. Overall, I think painting this stuff has helped break up the pile of armour and beard that is my dwarves, and hopefully will keep the creative buzz going long enough for me to turn that dwarf force around in the not too far distant future. I've got about 30 odd models, but it does involve quite a few war machines. Some of those war machines are very new to me. It's a new product, so I'll do a unboxing video down the line covering those. But as for now, I will let you know how I get on with the world of Necromunda. Thank you very much for listening. I am returned to the old world. Have a great day.